Good evening, puzzlers. Yep, it's time for Dog Bomb again. I took a day off. I had a bad luck day when it come to puzzling, so I took a day off to relax my brains. Now we're going to get back into it. Blueprints. The game continues from day 7. So, assuming that the first day I could have possibly read that, the note was written on the same day. It's either the 13th or the 14th of November right now, as of day 7. I also need to adjust my time scale. First things first. We go to the West Abbey. We'll see if I can get the shelter again. If I can't get the shelter, we forget about it. If I can get the shelter, we go in. Let's see what happens. Today, shelter is not on the listing. Items for trade. I choose trading post. What have you got? How does this work? You must have an item to trade an item for 1. One of these fun ones. All right, so this one rotates 3 lights. Clicking a light causes it to descend. Reset. Ah. Got you. Hey, what have I got here? Ooh, I like it. Okay, that's it for that puzzle. Yeah. What in the world? Let's leave that alone. That's dynamite. E. A step ladder, huh? Rugs. Hmm. Well, proper exploring of the trading post did yield a small reward. We were able to solve the box puzzle. Well done. In order to trade an item, we must have an item to trade. But the real prize is getting a hold of the room. All right, we're going in with pretty much full steps. There's one more thing to do today. That's the clock. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to prepare a lucky timer, set the stopwatch accordingly. We're going to time how long it takes for 1 hour to pass. I expected it to be 3 minutes, but if it's not, my sense of time will be off, and that could really mess up my playthroughs in the future. So let's see how long an hour is in game. Waiting while time moves, nice and patient. I should have an estimate by the first 15 seconds. We're just going to wait. We are just going to wait as the clock gets there. Nice and easy now. Make sure I've got a good perspective on it. Nice and straight. We wait until the minute hand is flush, starting the timer. Okay. Now we've got the timer rolling. Let's see here. "38 seconds is a bit unusual, isn't it?" Hmm. "76 seconds. It's consistent." Assuming it's 38 times 12 seconds, it's 456 seconds equals 12 hours. 7:20 minutes. Is that right? No, it's 456 seconds equals 1 hour. Well, the timer's still rolling, so we can double check it. Right. "456 seconds equals 1 hour or 60 minutes. All right, I think I've got a pretty good sense of scale in terms of time now. As long as I use a clock effectively, I should be able to access the shelter. Ooh, the dark room. That's fine. I don't care which floor plans I draft down here very much. I'm just building up valences. Power off. Is there anything good hiding on a counter in here? I think I see a gem on the far wall. Maybe not. All right, let's get going for now. This one, please. The storeroom. 2 keys. A gem. This unusual room design. What do you represent? Show me what you represent. What am I looking at here? What is this? Only I could get a better look. See how there's a layer under the layer here? There's a hatch. Desert, S. Yes, I know. This leftmost room is an S. And the dark room was an A. Curious. Anyways, let's not get stuck on a rug. Rug? Sure are a lot of carpets around, aren't there? Red, gold, various. All right. We hit a storeroom. Which one do I want to access? How about this one? We've reached the lab. Early. Hi. Research logs. Day 6, experiment 1. No triggers. Experiment setup. Continue the experiment. Whenever you draft a shop room, set your dice to 2. Thank you. I want to verify some information while I'm here. Let's see here. Saturday, November 7th. November 7th. November 7th. As of November 4th, all work was suspended. The notice was left by November 7th. Special orders. We'll go back to that later. Data transfers are currently not available. Let's log out and explore the lab a little more detailed. Trick. We have to have the boiler room to activate this. We've already read this diagram. We know what it says. If I can just find my notes on it. It says, oh, I don't even remember. VAC. And then there's this. Refuse to believe this is all useless. There must be a hidden meaning here. Well, there's that. Stairs, stars, right? That's convex glass. Convexing waveforms. A microphone. Go on, bugs. You bother me. Burner. Bunsen burner. Several Bunsen burners. Test tubes. One missing. Periodic element table. Right. Atmospheric pressure, 93 kPa in the Mount Holly freezer. Right. Thawing the freezer might be something we could do at some point. There's something on the floor there. Yeah, okay. Looking around. There is a lock here. These each have same weird pyramid lock. I don't know what that means. Kimberly Thompson has been trying to help Mr. Moore with the turbine tests, and she can't find the lab consistently. I think it says 9 after 3. We'll find the notes on it sooner than later if we must. There's a piping system here. All right. I've been fairly observant about this room. Go ahead and pop it in. The commissary. I don't have the gems for it, though. How will the bedroom align? Badly. How will the spare room align? Okay. How will the commissary align? Ideally. But I can't select the commissary. So we will be forced to select the spare room, which is largely empty, as expected. A fan. There's not much going on in here. We can examine it from a number of angles, but ultimately we've got to head for the door. There's the den. That does not really help me in terms of angles. The parlor is ideal. Let's take the parlor. We'll proceed into the next room. Right. Key, please. Thank you. Double check the rules. Only one box has a prize. The other two are empty. A box next to this box is true. Both boxes next to this box contain gems. That's false. That's false. This is true. A box next to this box contains gems. So that's a lie because that's a lie. So this is true. So the gems are here. Got them. Thank you. I need those. Very clever. All right. But before we proceed forward, up and away, I'd like to double back, actually, and backfill the previous rooms. We're going to dip through the dark room into the entrance hall. Front's boarded off again. That was me. And through this door, corridor, is always left unlocked. The Nook would generate me a key. I pick corridor. Front lawn, right? Right. Whether or not there are boards on the window, change depending on where you are. Pin, pine, E. Right. Well, we're nowhere near the ranks where I don't know the letters. There's the commissary again. And I want to access it because that gives me 2 dice. Special effect active. Ba-ba-da-bum-bum-bum. We gain 2 dice. There's this thing. Let's visit the commissary very briefly. For sale today is the magnifying glass for 4, the sledgehammer for 8, the sleeping mask for 8, and running shoes for 8. Depending on our gem count and money later on, we'll check it out. Trash can. Tag, stag. Clock in and clock out procedure. Trying to view the bottom of the trash can. Getting a good look. Keep your eyes up. This, what is this? Why does that have something scribbled on? Let's assume it's art and leave it. Days 20 and 21, there will be a sale. We'll be ready. Hopefully. Door. This would put the chapel on the outer right wall. Very tempting. I could take the den. Since I only have 1 coin, it would lock the commissary. But the thing is, this is a pretty good place for the chapel to go. It's the gem that I need more, though. I'm going to take the gem from the den. Although it means losing access to a 3-valence room. And I'm going to have to track back and forth. I won't be able to get any item from the store. Pawn. Looking carefully. Don't just dash through. Be patient. Look at the details. Move through different sections of the house. The closet is awful, but we did get the chapel. Good. Good. I'll deal with that. What shape does it take? The observatory is rough. The bunk room would be awful. The hallway is ideal. Let's pick hallway. Fake. got to figure out what these fake things mean. There must be a reason for them, or they wouldn't bother lying. Okay, making our way across. There's the kitchen. That would require a gem. There's the courtyard. I guess we're taking the courtyard and burning a gem. It's the metal detector. Great. There'll now be keys and gems hidden throughout the premises. What I don't have is the steps to actually hang around. We need to keep moving. The pantry contains 4 coins and is pointing in the right direction. The drawing room would cost me a gem, but would allow me to draw floor plans a bunch of time, as well as create a valence. I think I want the extra spaces, so we're going to go with the drawing room. Going in. No reaction from the metal detector. Tire, or tier. Can't place the kitchen. I can place the nook. So that's what we're going to do. And it will point upwards and seal a room. But the good news is we'll have more valences. As opposed to the closet, which gives me 2 items. Should I be unsatisfied? No. This is good news. It's extra valences and we're moving. Let's keep going. Here's that key. We got her. Metal detector stopped reacting almost immediately. Noteworthy journey. Yep. Okay. Very good. We're on a roll. Let's keep moving. The garage contains 3 keys. There's the utility closet with the breaker box. Or there's the West Wing Hall. I don't have the gem for the garage, unfortunately. We're going to keep going with the hall. Trying to get up into the higher rooms. Boarded off. Key. This will put gems into every green room, except I don't have a green room. Let's see here. I actually know this line. I would prefer to keep moving vertically. I can use the closet. It might be a good idea to use the closet. There's a lot of ways to move here. The coins aren't useful. Let's take the closet, grab a few items, and back up. What's that? A key card. I can get through security doors now. And a gem. That was a lucky break. Let's head north with all haste. I choose the dining room because it orients us north. I'm not interested in going to security this time. Moving in, nothing. Coat, cot. It's an A, but I know that. All right. The next one is not going in the right direction, honestly. I don't want to waste on food. I can place a bedroom. I do have space for the valences. But if I tilt, it might get difficult. Still, it beats hitting a wall. This is definitely the better choice. Let's get going. Up into the bedroom. Pilot. Plot, right? Yes, pilot and plot. Detector's going off. Car keys. Okay, well, not super useful in this situation. No trunk. But I've already got my good item, so I shouldn't complain. The post office of Reddington. That little dot, I don't know. Could be nothing. Bric-a-brac. Many items that don't make sense. The pool requires a coin, but does add the locker room, sauna, and pump room. The lavatory is not it. We're going to take the pool. This points us upwards. We will require a key card to keep moving. The coat check. The pantry. This is line 6, isn't it? Yeah, this is line 6. So I picked the pantry, because this will keep us moving forward. Okay. Coins, great. The apple, wonderful. Helps me with my step count. But here's the real puzzle. We have hand painting a globe, with a brush, biplane flying through the sky. Globe, paint, plane. Don't know. We'll come back to this puzzle. I have to let my mind be open for a while. Key. The gym points us upwards. I absolutely want the gym, even if it costs me the steps. Let's move up. E, stag, stage. Moving north. Oh. Thanks. Okay. I expect a key. Nope, it's fine, apparently. Ooh, I'd love that. But I have to redraw. Reroll. I don't have the gems for that either. With the library, I can obtain something decent. Also, we're back in the library. I see a coin from the door. Thank you. And an apple to chew on. Thank you. And here's the book that I requested. Swimbird. As of November 13th, I have the date, I have the date, I have the date. It's the 13th. I was right. Okay, so day 7 plus 6. It's the 13th. Day 7 is 13. Officially checked out. Mrs. Peterson, Herbert S. Sinclair, Simon, Mrs. Peterson, Anne Babbage. Det Bon Margel. That can't be a real name. Never. Detective Bon Margel. Maybe. Something about this entry is weird. 030287. Bon Margel. April 1st, Anne rented the book. This was 87. It's been a number of years since this was first borrowed. The first time it was borrowed was 7/2/85. It was probably borrowed almost immediately after its printing. The book is repeatedly borrowed by Mrs. Peterson. By Marion Marigold. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, riding so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There's not a dare I would not do, there's not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not sea bird, you are not swim bird. If you are friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me, and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. Heavy, really heavy. So this is a book that the princess wrote in 1985. Yep, it looks like it was checked out by Herbert as soon as it was bought by Ruffington Red Publishing. So Herbert made the book for Marion Marigold. Then it was repeatedly borrowed by Mrs. Peterson. I borrowed it at one point, the day before Christmas. Wait a minute. I thought, well, hang on. I guess we must have been down for Christmas before then. Maybe 1985 was the year that we visited. It's so complicated, the timing on all this. January 26th, Miss Peterson rents it again. April 1st, Anne Babbage rents it. Detective Bon Margel. March 2nd, 1987. 6 years later, I've rented the book. I see. I learned a great deal in a short time. empty daises seem to suggest there are many things that I have yet to achieve and accomplish, many puzzles yet to be cracked, many mysteries yet to be solved. Oh, let me take a look. Yep, that's Mount Holly Records. Okay. I am looking around thoroughly. Let's be patient. Scrapbook. First item checked. Shuffle. Always in the gym. Contraptions I've made. Largest purchase. Stamps and stickers and things. We'll get there when we get there. I am new to the mansion. I'm working on it. I am working on it, okay? I think I'm doing pretty good. I want to think I'm doing pretty good. Puzzle time. This is Lane 3, Block 4. Flan. Fan. It's an easy one. It's an L. All right. So 3-4 is an L. Check. Let's proceed to the right. We're going to do some rare drafting. Here we go. Through the door. The aquarium, but I don't have the gems. A package will be delivered here today. Be delivered on the day after drafting this room. I haven't drafted the mail room yet. It's very tempting to take this, but it doesn't leave me any openings. I don't want to explore the freezer either. This is the time for a reroll. The wine cellar. The pump room. Again, the pump room. Rats. I can use the pump room to reseal the... Let's take the wine cellar. I could get one key for every bedroom, but I don't have the gems for it. It's unfortunate, but we're going to take the wine cellar. Our adventure stops here. On this line, here we are. Well, here's 3 gems, as promised. And it appears there's something else here. Found. Holly, 2 spades. MCCXIII. I'm going to cheat and use the internet to tell me what that number is. Hmm. 1213. Very interesting. I wonder if there is something hidden here. Pain, plane. It's an L. All right, which room am I in here? It's also an L. All right. Hmm. 1213. It's possible that on the 13th day of the month, but today is the 13th day of the month, isn't it? Possible that in 1 month's time, on December 13th, this will open. That'll be day 37, if there is a day 37. Then it will be December 13th, 12/13. I'm looking diligently for secrets, nooks, crannies, anything hidden. Oh, well, there comes a point where you just have to realize that you're not missing anything super spectacular. None of this has a secret switch or a button that I'm immediately able to recognize. I've taken my 3 gems. I think it's time I departed the room. Let's cross the gym. I have my key card so I can get across here. Right. This will get me another bunch of dice, but it doesn't align well. The breaker box would be awful. There's the guest bedroom, which would load me up with footsteps so I could continue exploring. Not that there's that much farther to go. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then if I want to snake all my way back out, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't need more steps. All I can really do is take the breaker box and mess around with the VAC system, which I don't know what that means. I don't know what VAC even represents. That said, we've got some buttons. I can take the kitchen. That would get me the dice I need to look for new rooms. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pay a gem and open to the kitchen, which is a new area. 2 new dice, so I can re-roll rooms again. A brand new room, walled off in many places. Okay. The kitchen is on a line we already know, so I don't need to solve this puzzle. Here's what it says. Today's main course is porterhouse steak. Delightfully expensive steak cut, bone-in and extra marbled for maximum tenderness. 20 steps plus an additional 10 steps if you have a showroom in the house. Plus 5 for every red room in your house. Club sandwich, banana. 15 steps extra. Very nice. The tomato soup is plus 5 for every red room. Let me see. It looks like I've got 3, so I could get 15 steps for only 5 coin. Why don't we take that? Thank you. Delicious. Let's continue looking around. We've got some pet food here. Kitchen scale. Suggesting that something good might happen at 3 p.m. Chart. This is an H room, isn't it? Yeah, this is an H room. This is the H and 8. There is water. But I could always set it up so that there wasn't with the access to the pump room. Right, okay, that's the kitchen. I've already had my menu. Soup is sold out. Thank you. I've had my lunch. And it's time to get back on the road. Shoes. Wait a minute, is this something I can... Running shoes. Occasionally save steps when traveling longer distances across the estate and the grounds. Very interesting. The door is locked. Key. The sauna grants me 20 extra steps tomorrow. The pump room would allow me to manipulate the kitchen, but I don't need to do that. Why don't we take the sauna? Oh, that's very nice. There's a gem hiding here. Thank you. I may need that. Another indicator of time. Some more times when there are prizes in this room, I think. All right, well, I've had my steam bath. Let's head for the upper entrance of the chapel. Get a small step bonus there. Okay. My shoes kicked in, so I didn't lose any steps. Cool. I'll lose a coin here. The greenhouse. You are more likely to draw green rooms while drafting. But what I want is the East Wing Hall. Shoes kicked in. There's a key on the floor. Nice. Let's open the door. Walk-in closet. 4 items. I've not been in this room, I think. Let's go in. Okay, this room. Tree. Telescope. An observatory booster. Key. 2 gems. Picture of the beautiful princess. Fur. Fire. It's E. The E of dates. Yeah. Okay. Looking for messages, word play, anything interesting. It appears to just be an item storage. So we're on to our last 2 rooms, or possibly last room if I can't catch a good reroll. I've got the dice to burn. The pump room and the conference room. I've been in these rooms. The conference room doesn't conceal any secrets. And the pump room isn't going to grant me anything I haven't already had. Just water control. Reroll. Give me something else. A locksmith. Interesting, but no. One last reroll. The nursery. The billiards room. It's tempting to revisit the billiards room. I love that puzzle room so much. There's no way to move forward, though. And I haven't been in the nursery yet. Yes, I do. That's where the Red Prince book is. In that case, yes, let's go to the billiard room. I'll play the puzzle again. Hello. Oh, there's a coin hanging out. Thank you. And a key lying on the ground. What do you know? 10, tent. This room is a T. Right. Let's begin the game. 4. 4 plus 8 plus 16. No, it's 4 plus 8 plus 7 is 19. 9 minus 1 is 8. Minus 6 is 2. 10 minus 4 is 6 times 3 is 18. 6 minus 3 is 3 times 2 is 6. 2 ordinary keys. No silver key this time. I am especially well equipped. But unfortunately, not a whole lot I can do with these items except leave again. Back the way I came. Congratulations on beating the game again. I guess. We gathered a few letters. There's nothing to be frustrated about. 2 coins. I can't buy anything, unfortunately. You already own the running shoes. We can walk around outside some, do some exploring. I wasn't able to find the boiler room. We weren't able to access that. I decided not to access the pump room and readjust the water flow across various rooms. Let's return to the trading hall. I am well equipped now. Maybe I can get a hold of a sleeping mask. That might give me even more steps tomorrow. Who knows? Here we are. Hiya. What have you got? Let's see here. Have a key card. Ooh, a silver key. That's neat. A metal detector for Vault Key 233. I don't know what that is. Okay. Car keys for coupon book. That might be useful in the store. Running shoes for 3 ivory dice. Can you trade anything else? Nope. You only have 1 offer per each. Telescope for prism key. Prism key. There's no way that would open the... If you unlock a door with the prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop, you will draw floor plans of that same color. Oh, coupon book. Save $1 on each purchase you make on the estate. Vault Key 233. Safe deposit box key. This unlocks box 233.